Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the VConvis channel, where today I'm going to be talking about some things, mainly the new maintenance that's going to be coming out to the Castleburn servers. Here we're going to have a Troll Slinger nerf, we're going to have a Bomber nerf, we're going to have a Goblin Marauder nerf, we're having a Gruvo buff, and a few other things. We're having a Castle tier buff, I guess I'd say. Upgrading to tier is going to be easier. I'm going to be talking about my opinions about all of this. Pretty important stuff coming into the meta. And I just want to say, developers, I don't know if I agree with you guys about a lot of this stuff. And we're going to get right into it. I'm going to be playing this replay. The reason I've chosen this replay to show you all is I think it's pretty funny. In this replay, I'm showing you right here. I'm not going to spoil the ending too much, but I just find it's so funny in this game that my Earthen cannot even kill this guy's Rifleman. If my Earthen would have killed this guy's Rifleman, I feel like I would have done infinitely better in this game. And I'm not saying I like won or lost, because I don't know, I didn't play my best or were worst. It's just I find this game pretty funny, just from the fact that my Earthen doesn't even kill his Rifleman. But anyway, while this game is going on, you guys can watch it. I'm going to be talking about the different updates that are coming out to Castleburn, primarily the castle upgrade. This is the first thing I'm going to be talking about. The mana cost reduced from 150 to 125. I agree with this. This is perfectly fine. I think necessarily it's kind of like going to increase tier 2. I think tier 1 definitely had too much of a priority. And I think this kind of speeds up the game in some way. And I think that's definitely not necessarily needed, but it's going to be a good addition. Gruvo definitely needed a little bit of buff. He needs to be able to one-shot some of the cards with his ability, or it's really no point in getting Gruvo. Murham's just a better option in that regard. If Murham, he can do splash, he can do his ability from basically anywhere. Gruvo, I mean, like, he doesn't necessarily need a one-shot certain stuff, but like his ult definitely felt like he needed to do more damage and be more impactful. So I agree with that. Now here is where we start to get into some interesting situations here. The Troll Slinger decreased attack speed by 20%. So when they were coming into this nerf, when they were coming into this new patch, sorry, they changed the attack speed of Troll Slinger by 2%. Okay, they thought 2%, that's going to be enough to withstand everything that is going on this patch. 2% is enough, right? 2%, oh my gosh, perfectly enough to deal with everything that this patch is going on. But no. Let me say that 2% was not enough, okay? 2% was not enough, devs. And you've already obviously recognized that. But 20% is a lot. It's a lot of attack speed that you're losing. It's an interesting change. I don't know if this necessarily will, like, I definitely like that it's not going to probably stop Troll Slingers from being used. And I mean, it just seems like an extreme nerf. I really hope this doesn't take Troll Slingers out of playability. I don't exactly know how this will affect the game fully. Like I said, I really hope it doesn't hurt the viability of Troll Slingers. Now, the thing is, they did increase the movement speed by 11%, and I like this a lot. This allows them to basically be a card that you can return really fast. So they allow you to play aggressive, be mobile, and return fast. I really like that they're adding the 11% movement at least to compensate for this 20%. Decrease attack speed, otherwise they'd be like completely unviable. But you know, now it's a little bit better. Bomber Mouse, the increased deploy time from 1 to 2 seconds, but increased range from 2.5 to 3. Honestly, this is, I think, a little bit of a nerf. Bomber Mouse did seem to be a little bit strong in the meta. It doesn't change too much, and I definitely think it's enough of a change where they're like nerfing a part of it and keeping part of it in some way too. I think it's a perfectly fine change. Goblin Marauder, I don't think this card had to be nerfed. Maybe it did. Maybe I'm not seeing like the actual statistics of the matches where Goblin Marauder was winning. Maybe people weren't using it because they didn't have it upgraded. I think it was definitely a card that was not brought into the meta very, very frequently, and was one that was very underestimated, I should say. Very underestimated. And I don't know if this nerf is necessarily out of worry that the S tier or the top tier 1 cards are going to be kind of decreased, and they're worried the Goblin Marauder might be too strong. But I don't know if they had to really decrease the Goblin Marauder. Maybe it was a good change, but I don't know. Overall, this entire patch. It was interesting. But here's the thing, okay? Here is why I'm a little bit worried, okay? This is going to change up the meta. We're going to fast forward this a little bit right here. Oh my gosh, these riflemen are so freaking strong. My cannon takes 3 shots to kill a rifleman with a cannon. Like, that should not happen. But that's crazy. Alright, anyway, we're going to just finish that off really fast. I'm going to show you what I'm worried about in this coming meta, and that is this strategy I've been seeing on the ladder, and it's this rushing goblins. And here's my worry, okay? Bomber Mouse was seen as a counter to goblins, right? You could play Bomber Mouse. They were, you know, goblins. If you could kill a pack, you're fine. But if you're doing 1-for-1, it's not a good trade. So they were a decent counter. You know, you get goblin, you get Bomber Mouse, you should be able to at least survive the game, right? But the thing is, they're nerfing Bomber Mouse, right? So the thing with Bomber Mouse is now you're gonna have to place them farther away. If you're more easily to be surprised, goblins do a ton of damage to move very quickly, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to estimate where that range is. I mean, not really, but it's gonna be harder. And then with Troll Slingers, people used to go Troll Slingers, right? And I don't really know what the counter is anymore. Like, you could go Troll Slingers into goblins, and you'd be fine, because they would be able to kill the goblins pretty speedily. I mean, a Troll Slinger should beat a goblin. Like, come on. Troll Slinger's like 5-6 more mana, right? It should be able to beat a goblin. Most cards tier 1 should be able to beat a goblin. But Troll Slingers, I don't think Troll Slingers are going to be able to beat a goblin single-handedly now. And I don't think playing Troll Slingers into goblins at all is going to be a sufficient enough strategy. Mainly because they're not going to be able to kill the goblins fast enough. This movement speed is going to be against Vikings, for example, when you're going in, or against cat mages. That's nerfing Vikings and cat mages effectively. Because the thing that Vikings and cat mages had going for them is they could, and goblins for that matter still, is that they could run faster than the Troll Slingers and kill them as they're retreating, so you don't get enough value off that retreat. But now you can get complete value of your retreat. Their Troll Slingers can be faster than everything else. And against goblins, when someone just goblin rushes you, if you go Troll Slingers, you're screwed, because you literally cannot fend off those Troll Slingers with your amount of attack speed. I just want to show you these. This is just ridiculous, this game. I mean, I literally could not do anything. I've seen this strat. I literally played 5 games yesterday. It didn't matter if I was playing. I played this guy twice. Okay, he beat me both times with the exact same strategy. I tried to change it up. I went Troll Slingers earlier, and I saved my mana so I'd be able to do Big Clump. But no, he still won, because I don't even know. Max level goblins like insane. Alright. We're playing here. Okay, and I'm playing my Bar Mouse, right? But, like, what the person can do is they can just basically play so aggressive early on, and then they just get all spells. And they just win the game. Like, it's not even fair. I don't even know what the heck is going on. Like, this should not be a strategy. There's no skill. This guy is literally employing no skill at all. He's literally just spamming goblins right now. I mean, yeah, he's like, okay, he's making sure that he gets positive mana trades, because I'm going to have to place 1 Bar Mouse for every goblin he places. But, like, oh my gosh, this is just so bad. Like, there's hardly any counterplay to this whatsoever. Like, I never have enough mana. This guy's not allowing me to have enough mana to get tier 2, so I'm having to get a tier 1 card, which is my Troll Slingers, right? I get my tier 1 Troll Slingers. And he's just going to... he's wasting so much mana, but it doesn't even matter. He's just... everything does so much damage, you know? Like, I can't compete with this. And no matter... like, okay. 4 goblins can take out my Ayla. That shouldn't be a case either. Even that's max level goblins. And he can just poison stuff down my crown tower. It's just so stupid. And I'm worried about this is going to be a problem strategy, because now Troll Slingers are going to be nerfed. what's going to kind of take their place, you know? There's got to be something that becomes really good, really strong. I don't think there's going to not be enough counters, really, to goblins. And honestly, goblins might be coming into the... Goblins are going to be A tier for this next patch, or this next mini patch. And they're definitely going to be something to fight with. And possibly even considering, depending on what the meta goes to, they might even contest for an S tier spot. Then I jump from that B to S tier just because of this nerf to Troll Slingers and to Bomber Mouse. It's gonna be an interesting time seeing what happens after this adjustment. I think they fail to see how this will make goblins a little bit more stronger, and I think they definitely should have maybe nerfed goblins a little bit, but then again, I guess they're trying to shift the meta towards that. I think they definitely did nerf, I think, Troll Slingers a little bit too much. I think maybe only a 15% decrease attack speed would have been fine. I felt like Troll Slingers, although they were really strong, still had a lot of counterplay in the current meta. You could play, again, Bomber Mouse and tons of other cards to combat the Troll Slingers still in the meta. And, I mean, yeah, they were strong, but I don't think they were extreme strong. We're reducing it by 1/5 of their attack speed. Like, now, okay, so, like, to put that in comparison, let's just say... Just imagine you have $100, right? And someone just takes $20 from you. How much less buying power do you... Like, you have so much less power. And 4/5 of your money, or 4/5 of that power, is basically gone. And then you're just saying, okay, increased movement speed. Great. I mean, that doesn't... Great, you have increased movement speed. So that means you can return and go back. And maybe there's a little bit more counterplay in that. But I don't know if it's exactly... gonna compensate for this 20% decrease. Gonna be an interesting time. We'll see how it plays out. Felt like they maybe nerfed a little bit too much, but we'll find out. I'll be doing a video probably on the status of the Troll Slinger eventually. I hope you all enjoyed the video today. If you are new and you've stayed to the end of the video, I thank you so much. And if you want to subscribe right now, I'd greatly appreciate it, because once we get to 1,000 subscribers, if I get to that goal in the next 6 months, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying those words over and over again. That's absolutely insane, but it's an insane goal too. And if you guys can like right now, that means I can possibly get above Boo for Ready on the recommended videos. And oh my gosh, I would just love to have that happen. All right, thanks all for tuning in. Peace out.